much is a life worth? In 5 minutes, I'm going to try to cover the key concepts about saving a life. Before I start, I would like to give you guys a statistic. About 70% of the people that are saved from a heart attack are saved not by the paramedics, by the doctors or nurses, but by people just like you. So this is still, you guys could be the first responders. It could be the first step towards saving someone's life. So how can you do that? Well, there are very simple steps. The first one is take care of yourself. So I have brought a dummy today. It's going to be my patient. The first thing is, I may have some viruses that could affect the person or the other way around. You always have to wear barriers. Now let's say I had a face mask. I'll go ahead and wear that. If I had a suit to cover me, I'll wear that. But today I only have gloves. So always try to wear as much protection as you can. Now I know most of us don't go around walking with gloves in our pockets. So I don't expect you guys to wear gloves if you don't have. So let's say that there's someone in the floor. Sorry, where's it? Okay. There's someone in the floor. Many people have different reactions. Like my mother, her reaction is to freeze. The roof could be falling down and she'll be standing there, waiting for a hero to come and take her by. Now my reaction that I've noticed is to go and help someone out. But that's not a good thing. Because let's say that there's a street, there's someone in the other side. It's like kind of like playing Frog. Frog is the game. So I'm walking by and I don't look around. What happens? I'm walking, boom, I get hit by a car. Now it's gonna be that person on the floor and me. Now when in the news come, I'm probably gonna be hugging him dead. 2 dead people not instead of 1, right? So always make sure the area is safe. Just like when you're small, they always tell you, look to your left and your right before crossing the street. Same concept. Now you may have instincts. Yes, there's someone that's dying. But first, take care of yourselves. Because you may be the only person that has the required skills to save that person's life. So if you have an instinct to freeze, to run, some other people just are scared to get sued, just take a second, think about it, and then act. Now you may think, well, I don't want to get sued. Well, there's a law that says that if you guys are trying to do a good deed, it'll protect you, which is called the Good Samaritan law. So let's go back to our scenario. I'm walking by, let's say Publix, and I see someone in the floor. The first thing I do is take care of myself. Look around, the area is safe. After, I have to get consent. Now if someone's unconscious, I can't just tell him, hey, are you okay? They'll just be sleeping. So how do you ask consent if someone is unconscious? Well, you have to make sure if they're conscious or not. So you have to tap them as hard as you can. Are you okay? Are you okay? If they answer and they say, oh, I was sleeping, I say, I'm sorry for waking you up.
I take your gloves off.
I'm good to go. I'll go eat a pizza or something. Now the next scenario is if he doesn't wake up. So I tap him. Are you okay? He doesn't answer. I have to tell someone to call 911. So, Julio, can you please call 911?
Yes, sir.
Now Julio's off to run. If he has a phone, he'll call him. Why do you point at somebody? Because if I say, call 911,
right,
maybe Julio thinks that Shiro's calling him. And Shiro wasn't paying attention. So at the end of the day, nobody called him. So always point at somebody. So after calling 911, the paramedics are on their way. But they take about 5 to 7 minutes. In some places even 10, depending when you are. So during that time, the heart is stopped. And your heart is important. Your heart always has to circulate. Let's say my heart will stop for a second now. I will just drop to the floor. So it's important to always keep the heart pumping. And also, when someone is laying down, they're not breathing because the tongue is covering the airway. It's obstructing it. So how do I do it? You have to end. I killed him. You have to make sure he's breathing. That's very important. Let's say I hold my breath for 2 minutes. After a while, I'm going to fall unconscious. So the person there, the tongue is covering it. So you have to elongate it. As you notice, when I look up, all of this is long. So when you do the same thing, you have enough space to breathe. Are you okay? They don't answer. Now I have to check if they're breathing or not. I'm elongating the tongue. He's able to breathe there. Now let's say I check, 10 seconds, if he's breathing. Well, okay, he's breathing, but I left. What happened there? He's not breathing anymore. Because the tongue relaxed again, and they cover the airway. So if someone's breathing, it's very important to keep that person with the head elevated. Why? Because you want them to breathe. So this is the first steps of a heart attack, of covering a heart attack. Then it will be of CPR if he doesn't have a pulse. And you keep doing this until the paramedics arrive or until you're too tired to keep proceeding. Thank you.